What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk, baby. Let's go. All right, before we jump into the video, though, you know what's up. Can you smash that like, smash that subscribe if you haven't already? Jump on this train. It's gaining speed. We getting more subscribers. You want to be one of the first 1K, right? That first couple hundred people to say you've been here from the jump, right? Because I'm going to go to the top. We're going to go all the way up, right? All the way up. Promise. I bet you that. Anyways, guys, let's jump into the topic, right? The topic for this video is that Scott Peterson trial. And thank God today was the last day. Thank God. So we got to hear closings, and the jury is they in there. They doing their thing, right? So we on verdict watch now, right? Thank God. I couldn't stand much more of this one, dude. It's just, it was bad. It was mind-numbing. It was emotionally tough to listen to, and then it's just the same stuff over and over and over and over and over. But that being said, let me give you a breakdown of what it was about. Closing arguments, right? Which are the rundown of all the facts given, speculations given in the trial, right? So the prosecution came out and they broke it down. It was like, look, Scott Peterson, 30-some-odd year trained law law enforcement professional at another level, right? Has all this training, all this tactical combat, all kinds of training, right? This man is 6'2". He's a big old dude, right? And they gave a breakdown of what happened that day. Noise goes off. They think it's firecrackers. Then him and another gentleman realize it's not firecrackers. They jump in a golf cart and they go towards where the sound's coming from, the 1200 building. They get 10 feet from the 1200 building, right? At this point, they know it ain't firecrackers. The gentleman who is the victim jumps off the golf cart with Scott Peterson, and he goes into the 1200 building and gets shot. Okay? Scott Peterson's the one with the freaking gun. What does he do? He retreats. So he can start calling, over the radio what's going on. Instead of hitting the radio right then, let them know what's going on, and going inside and laying, doing the thing. Laying the cold freaking crews down. You know what I mean? We all know who did this shooting. So he didn't do that though, right? And he fell back. He tried to do the radio thing, and that's it. That's all he did. He didn't try to go in and take out the shooter. He didn't try to neutralize the threat at all. He didn't try to save his comrade that just fell. He didn't go try to save any children that had been shot. He didn't do any of that shit. Right? Apologize for my French. Apologize. Nothing. He did nothing heroic. Absolutely nothing heroic. I mean, he stayed in that spot as other people got to the other law enforcement got there. I mean, you have law enforcement agents that straight up testified that man didn't move for like 45 minutes. What the hell? Are you serious? I mean, you had individuals that were not armed that ran towards the gunfire. Not just unarmed law enforcement, just unarmed individuals in general that were running to save kids. They were running to try to do something. And this man, with all his training, is just going to stand back and not do a damn thing besides squawk on the radio. And when he did that, he was letting them know where it was. He knew what was happening. He knew the details. Man, I tell you, dude. Now, what did the defense say? What was their little, their part in the closing arguments? Oh, well, they wanted to say that, that there were a lot of people there that day that didn't know exactly where it was coming from. Well, that's good and all, but Scott did. He said it over the freaking radio. So what is that? Why bring that up? That there's people there that didn't know where it was coming from. And okay. Anyways, let's move on. And then the next part of his defense was, the radios weren't working correctly or whatever. Well, what the freak does the radios not working correctly have to do with him standing there and not running into that building with his gun and taking this shooter out, neutralizing the threat, saving lives? Because every time that firearm goes off, you're losing a life. And he knows that. But no, he didn't want to do that. Didn't find it important to jump into action, to do his job that he signed up for. He's not a regular person working at that school. He signed up for this job. You sign up for a job like that, you know your life is on the line at some point. It can be on the line at some point. All law enforcement knows that. So to take that position and not be willing to lay your life down for children, get the f out of here, man. I can't take anything that defense says seriously, because it's like, how are you gonna downplay the actions that he did, like, or didn't do? How? And then, like, the only thing defense did to try to help Scott's character was, like, their big thing was he would break up fights without having backup. He would break up teenagers fighting. The 6'2" man strapped with the gun would break up fights without having backup. Yeah, I would too. I'm freaking 5'10" and some change, bro. Almost 5'11". I'm not a real big dude, but some kids fighting, I'm gonna break it up. That's my job. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that not even strapped. Like, so that's his that's where his character is. Like, that makes him a hero, right? He breaks up fights. It's just bananas, guys. This whole trial it's been, like I said, it's been hard to hear, because you have, like, all this testimony saying that he didn't do anything, and then you compile that with the testimony of the survivors and the individuals that did the autopsies and individuals that gave the description of these children and teachers that were slain. And it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking, and then it was, like, just infuriating. It just would, I don't know, piss any person off, I think, to listen to this day in and day out. So when I say I'm glad it's over, I can't wait for this verdict to get in and just move on with this trial, because it's been a lot, man. I literally, some days I wish I hadn't watched this trial. Like, I really wish I hadn't watched it, because I don't know, man. It's sad to know that we have law enforcement agents protecting children that don't jump into action when the children need protecting. Their lives need protecting. It's disheartening, to say the least. But that was pretty much it, guys. I mean, realistically, that was all this trial has been. It's just a ton of witnesses giving the same testimonies of what he didn't do, what other people did do, without any hesitation, and lots of testimonies of the horrific details of that tragic day, or that sick, oh man, Cruz was a sick mug. And what's sad about this all too, what's extra sad besides the loss of life, is that if Scott Peterson would have went in, right, and took out Cruz, would have took him out, right, there's 2 trials we wouldn't have had to, like, pay money on. Taxpayers wouldn't have had to pay money on. People wouldn't have had to waste hours upon days of their lives over 2 separate trials connected to this tragedy. If he would have just did his job and went in and took the shooter out, it'd have been it. And then what? Now it's been 2 trials, right? All this money for these 2 trials, all this time, all these lives affected, and Cruz is still alive in prison, living off taxpayer dollars. Bro, most of us wish things were a little bit more olden days, you know what I'm saying? Where issues got resolved quickly and justly. And Scott, bro, you had a chance to kick it old school, bro. You had a chance to take care of it the old way, and you fucking hid, bro. Are you serious? Yep. So that being said, guys, like I said, the jury's deliberating. We're on verdict watch. They already went home for the day. They come back in tomorrow. They'll start deliberating again. Um, I think they're at like maybe 2 hours in a deliberation, and I'm thinking we might see another 2-3 hours of deliberation. But I do believe that he's going to get charged. He's going to get hit with the guilty verdict for some of these charges. I don't know if he'll get hit with all of them, but I think all the ones involving children that he's going to get hit with. Yeah, and those are probably the worst ones. So that being said, I will be back tomorrow to let you guys know whether it's a long breakdown video of like what the verdict is, or if they don't reach a verdict tomorrow by some chance. I don't see that happening. I think we're gonna get a verdict tomorrow. I've been pretty on point with how long it takes for a jury to come back on most trials. I got a good count so far on it. So I'm thinking, like I said, 2-3 hours tomorrow, and then we should get a verdict back. And as soon as we do, and as soon as I'm out of work and, I'm not tied up with doing other things that I got to do, I will jump up here and I'll let you all know. I actually have something cool happening tomorrow. So it might take me a little bit longer to get the videos out tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. It kind of took me a lot today, too, because I was preparing for what I got going on tomorrow. But I actually have my first audition tomorrow. I'm pretty stoked about. And it's first show that most people know, so I'm pretty stoked. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm surprised I got picked for it. Honestly, I didn't think what my age. Well, I don't know. I guess there's all ages in this show, but I thought it'd be a younger show that I probably wouldn't get picked for the audition, but I did. So I'm super jacked about that, and I'll probably let you guys know about that too if it goes well. But yeah, till tomorrow, till we get some more information. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, but you know the deal. It's your boy, the Piscine Predator, a.k.a. TPP, baby. Until next video, I'm out, y'all. Much love. Peace.